As we all know, it's very common in America to welcome a foreign exchange student in your home. Throughout the year, families do their best to give the student the real American experience. But something we don't talk about is the process and identifying the positives and challenges of accepting a student into your home. Start off, the process of the student coming here is a very long process to the student and the family. First thing the student has to do before they even get here is they have to get a hold of the agency and talk about why they want to come here and see how much English that they can speak, because they don't want to send over someone that can't speak very much English. Second thing they have to do is make a favorites video. They have to talk about things they like to do in their free time, things that like their favorite color, what they like to eat, all sorts of things like that. Third thing I have to do is do an introduction letter. So it's almost like the same thing like the video, but just in letter form, and they have to send it in, and they show families like all around, so it kind of like puts them out there like, hi, I'm a foreign exchange student, I'm wanting to come to America. Fourth thing they have to do is go to the embassy to get their paper signed and then get their passport. So the embassy just has to sign the paper, and then they're good to go to come to America within approximately the next 2 months. So for the family, the first thing the family has to do is be contacted or contact an agency to get a hold of when you want a foreign exchange student, like if you're going to want them, anything in general like that. Second thing they have to do is look through the profiles. So you look through the profiles of the students, like someone that would fit our home best would be someone that likes to fish, maybe hunt, those kinds of things, because that would get along with our family. So you look through and see what kind of student or what student you think would fit through your family the best. The third thing you have to do is a background check to anyone in your house that's 18 years or older. So let's say you have a sibling that's 18, then they still have to get a background check. So not only parents, everyone in your family. The fourth thing you have to do is fill out and submit an application. So your application consists of saying like, I would like a foreign exchange student, and like just all the things and the criterias that you'll have to meet, and it'll tell you all the things that you'll have to meet. Fifth thing you have to do is a home inspection. So they'll come in and they'll look through your house, every bedroom and all that, and then you have to tell them where the student will be sleeping, where the student will be spending most of their time. So they'll look through your house, but the inspection is really easy to pass normally. Normally you just have to meet like very minimum criteria, is just a good place to sleep, like the student can't sleep on a pull-out bed, student has to sleep on a regular bed, or they can't even sleep on a mattress on the floor, it has to be sat on a bed. Sixth thing you have to do is an orientation. The orientation will tell you the responsibilities you have, the things you'll have to do with the student, all those kinds of things to make sure that you're prepared for a student to be staying with you. Seventh thing is you'll have to pick up the student and welcome them to your home. So you'll pick them up from the airport, and then you'll go home, and then you have to like do things to just break the ice. So that might be difficult in some standards, but that's very good for the student and like good experience for you guys. So the next thing we're going to talk about is challenges and positives. Some challenges, we're going to start from some challenges, and some challenges that you could be running into is kids being involved with sports. So the students cannot drive, so the host family will have to go along with being able to take them to the sports they want to participate in, because you can tell them that they can't, but like they're here for the experience. So some things that you would want to do is have them be able to play those kinds of sports. So you'd have to get them there and back, and but students now in America are wanting to do more sports than they did like 10 years ago. So on average, students are involved to 2 to 3 sports. So that includes the exchange students' friends, because they want to do stuff with them. The next thing is going back to they can't drive. So here you can get your driver's license at age of 16. In some states and some countries you can't. So I know, like for example, Spain, you can't get yours until you're 18. So things like that, and you'd have to just figure out rides for them all the time. And then one positive though is you get to learn about both cultures. Like you can learn about so like their way at home and then their way here. So you're both learning. It's like a win-win like conversation. So, and then another thing is students cannot travel to a divorced family like household. So, for example, my parents are split, and so I have to go to my dad's every other weekend and 1 day a week. The exchange student would not be able to come with me. Only if my dad's house got vetted, which is where it gets inspected and stuff like that. So which is not, it's not really ideal because it's a very long process, as we talked about in the beginning. And the student is able to come for one night and that's it, because it can come one night, not regularly though. It has to come very like spread out, so it doesn't look like the students are living, like going back and forth and living with me there. And the big like breaker of that is 40% of the population has divorced parents. So that is like, that's just a big thing. So it's not like uncommon for families to be like that. So thank you. And that's my speech on accepting a foreign exchange student into your home.